would be, or is enjoying being part of Grand Slam. Sian Salmon, decent draw for her in 7 years. She was 6th in the hurdle event. Just need to judge this right, the athletes. I think Sydney will certainly be able to do that. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, done this so many times. Such a great exponent over all the sprints, never mind with there's hurdles in the way. Relle Clayton, 32-year-old Jamaican, has run a flat 400 already this year, and a fairly swift 52.3 thereabouts. Not too far off that personal best, you can see in the caption. Adanet Knight, her teammate, similarly indoors for her though, 52.8. Normally you run quicker outdoors than indoors. So this is Peters of the Netherlands, a big part of the Dutch very successful 4x4 and mixed 4x4 squad that does so well at Olympics and Worlds. And then Cassandra Tate of the USA on the inside. Just might find the others moving away from her here, particularly I think with Peters in the lane 3. Just got held a little bit longer by the starter there, but they're away and gone. McLaughlin-Levrone already making ground, and we've just had a pull-up from Relle Clayton, who's pulled up in the first 100 meters, maybe trying to hang on to the American, who knows. Going very quickly, Cassandra Tate, right on the inside, has started exceptionally quickly through the first 200 meters, but it's McLaughlin-Levrone out in lane 6, smoothly making their way around the top bend. Cassandra Tate, eyed on the inside, has run an excellent first 300, but is she going to pay for that as they come into the wind in the home straight? Sydney out on her own as we expected it to be, then it's going to be a real scrap for the minor places behind her. Tate is just starting to tread water in the home straight there, but it's Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone who's going to come through to make it 2 wins in the women's long hurdles. It's 50.32. Knight just took 2nd place. It was tough out there. The wind was never going to make that easy, but the victory was never really in doubt. It was just a case of how quick and by how far. Well, the answer was almost 2 seconds, which in the 400 meters is a long, long way. It has to be said, though, that Knight has run her season's best, and Dalilah Muhammad in the 52-second mark. So there's our winner. There's our slam winner, our final slam winner of the first Grand Slam track. As we said, if you're going to run that quick for 400 hurdles, of course you can run quick on the flat.
Yeah, being able to run 48 seconds in the flat 4 as a 4 hurdler is unheard of. She ran 22 seconds into a headwind in the 200 last season. So speed-wise, she's not even comparable to some of these women out here. So I think she may even surprise us later on in the year and say, look, I'm going to go to the World Championships to run the 4.
Or maybe the 800.
I don't know about that.
I would love to see her run an 800 or 2, but I don't know if she wants to.
But I mean, really, just going through the motions here and just securing the money, you know, it's an easy 400,000 for her if she goes through all 4 and dominates the way she's doing. But if she wants to really test herself and test some of the other competitors and show what she can do in other events, she's gonna jump in that long sprints and go against some of those other women in that 4 and that deuce.
Well, MJ enjoyed it. You may hear the party's already started here in the stadium. There was a big win that Cassandra Tate went through the first 300 meters. She must have only been about 4 or 5 meters behind her, but look where she finished in the end.
Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone once again asserted her supremacy on the global athletic stage with a breathtaking performance in the women's 400-meter hurdles at the Grand Slam track meet in Kingston. The 25-year-old American phenom, fresh off her victory in the flat 400 meters, returned to her signature event with remarkable precision and dominance. Despite dealing with swirling winds, she clocked a stunning 50.32 seconds, an effort that underscored both her consistency and command. It marked her 2nd win of the weekend and another emphatic statement that she's operating on a level no one else has yet reached. The lineup featured a strong field: Dalilah Muhammad, the Olympic champion and world titlist, competing in what she confirmed would be her farewell season, Jamaica's Adanet Knight and Relle Clayton, the Netherlands Piës, a key member of their championship relay squads, and the ever-aggressive American Cassandra Tate. Clayton was forced to stop early, while Tate, after an explosive start from lane 1, couldn't sustain her pace and faded drastically over the final 100 meters, finishing outside the top ranks. McLaughlin-Levrone, meanwhile, displayed trademark calm and elegance through the backstretch. Her stride was seamless, her hurdling impeccable, and by the time the athletes rounded the curve, the race was practically over. She opened an unassailable gap down the home straight, leaving the rest to scrap for the minor places, Knight eventually claiming second. Sydney crossed the line unthreatened, as if gliding rather than racing. This triumph wasn't simply another win, it was a continuation of her growing legend. Her margin, nearly 2 seconds, was enormous for an event defined by precision and endurance. That gulf highlighted her rare mix of raw speed, mechanical mastery, and mental clarity. Maintaining times in the low 50s, something once deemed unimaginable, has become almost routine for her. The reigning world record holder seems poised to keep pushing boundaries, rewriting what's possible in the event she's redefined. Equally astonishing is her versatility. McLaughlin-Levrone has clocked 48 seconds over the flat 400 and dipped into the 22-second range for the 200 meters, even against headwinds. Rumors swirl that she may one day tackle the 800 meters, expanding her dominance into middle-distance territory. Whether or not she takes that leap, her adaptability already positions her as one of the most complete athletes in modern track history, a blend of power, grace, and strategic brilliance. Her masterclass in Kingston also carried broader significance. The meet marked the launch of the Grand Slam track series, an ambitious concept created by Olympic icon Michael Johnson. The format unites top-tier athletes across 4 annual global events, offering unprecedented prize purses to address long-standing financial disparities in the sport. McLaughlin-Levrone's double win earned her $100,000, signaling the competition's intent to reward excellence in a way that traditional meets rarely have. Beyond financial incentives, the Grand Slam aims to revolutionize the sport's image, transforming athletics into a more accessible, story-driven spectacle. For years, elite track stars have relied almost solely on sponsorships and championships for income. This new series could redefine professional athletics, combining entertainment value with equitable pay. Judging by the Kingston debut, the project is off to a roaring start. The energy inside the stadium was electric. Fans erupted for every race, but Sydney's dominance generated a special kind of awe. The spectacle proved that when presented right, track and field can rival any sport in drama, emotion, and star power. It's a reminder that the sport doesn't just produce athletes, it builds legends. With future Grand Slam stops expected to rotate among different countries, the platform will offer global exposure for sprinters, hurdlers, and distance stars alike. And standing at the forefront of this evolution is Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, an athlete whose composure, power, and innovation are not merely shaping races, but reshaping the very essence of the sport itself.